Yeah, but let's go ahead and do the sync with
Okay,
with you
yeah.
and me. Yeah. So
Cool.
1, 2, 3. Remember, it's been a while since Levi's been on here. You're supposed to say that.
Oh,
with
I'm
me,
sorry.
remember?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
All right.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's do it.
Hello there, welcome to Thinking and Drinking, the podcast where we talk about gaming, comic books, really whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. My name's Cody.
I'm AJ.
I'm Levi.
Sweet. And then on this episode, we're going to talk about E3, our predictions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that was really professional.
Yeah, that was really sharp. And I'm actually really impressed. That was the first time we ever did an intro where there wasn't a long, awkward pause before we introduced each
Yeah,
other.
it was just right on to
yeah,
it.
that was
Yeah.
freaking-
We
Good
get on
job.
iTunes and
Yeah.
we're good to go. Also, for people on our YouTube channel that are watching this, we are now on iTunes. So
and
if you
SoundCloud,
want,
which we were on before.
yeah, SoundCloud, which I already knew about.
Yeah.
So if you want to look us up, we're on there, Thinking and Drinking. So,
Drinking and drinking in your pocket.
And we also have a shiny new logo, thanks to Cody.
yeah.
It's now a wine bottle.
Yeah.
The end.
Because we're classy.
Yeah.
Right. Anywho, let's go ahead and get on into.
Okay, we're going to do the predictions. And I thought kind of a cool way to structure this was any jackass can make predictions about E3.
Right.
Which, as proof, because these jackasses are making predictions about E3. But I thought a nice way to give it a structure is kind of have some nice little tiers, all right? So we're going to kind of, each of us are going to give a prediction that we are like 90% sure is going to happen. That's going to let us kind of cover the no-duh meat of the show.
Okay.
And then we're going to kind of take it to the next level, something that like, oh, there's probably some rumors. We feel pretty good it's going to happen. And then we're going to then lastly, we're going to do the fucking ball hangers. Like just really going out there saying something crazy that we in our hearts feel is going to happen. With absolutely
Viva
no
Pinata
proof.
3.
Yeah, exactly. Some shit like that.
I would be really happy with that.
Yeah, so we're going to go crazy with our last one. So, we're so well produced here. Who's going first?
I will.
All right.
I'm going to name off. I have 4 that I'm damn near sure they're going to come out.
All right, cool.
Last of Us 2.
Oh, all right. Like that.
I'm
Interesting.
That's probably. I don't know if it's gonna be announced, but it's gonna be coming out here soon. Let's be real.
Man, I really hope if they do announce something like that they stick to the universe, but they go with entirely different characters because
oh yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
like
From like another
yeah.
point of view or something like that.
I
absolutely.
really hope it doesn't exist. I really don't want that game.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
happen.
if they
It's
really
going
have
to.
to, like
It's
I don't
gonna
like the
happen.
idea at all, but
Well, I really love that game too. Like, I really, really do. But that game
Yeah.
is so perfect because of how it. is
And
contained.
there was a
So
beginning and there was an
yeah.
end.
exactly, it's a
I get
complete
it.
experience.
I mean, as Levi just said, if it happened like in the same universe, it could happen at the same time, just from like a different perspective somewhere else. So they
Yeah,
can tell
yeah.
an entirely different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they did something like
Just because it's a sequel doesn't mean it has to be a sequel.
well, and that game I think does a really good job of playing with like hero roles. Like spoilers for the 3-year-old game, but like in the end you're kind of the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I think they could do some more fun stuff with that. Like, what if we did the entire game from the point of view of that psychopathic David character that you run into
Yeah.
halfway through? Like, that'd be
be cool, actually,
It
yeah.
forces you to do like really uncomfortable things. Maybe this is such a freaking dirty word when you're talking about any sort of medium, but do like an origin story, like how did he become so twisted? You know, that kind of thing. So that could be cool. I'd play that.
If they
but
could
I'd rather-
humanize
yeah.
him to the point where the psychopathic actions don't
can-
seem
right.
psychopathic,
Because
that
if you
would be
went
great.
through his journey, maybe you can understand as to how he is the way he is.
Yeah, and I'd like to play that game. I'd rather play literally any other idea they could throw out there because I know that is an incredibly talented studio that's just brimming with new ideas. But
Right.
fuck it, money. All right, cool.
On to the next one, as Jay-Z would say. Red Dead Redemption, not Red Dead Redemption, but Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2. I feel real good about that.
That's coming out.
feel
I
super
guarantee.
good
I could
about
like
that.
anything on my list right there besides Halo 6. It's obviously gonna come out too, but Red Dead.
Yeah.
That's the top of my list, and I'm my body is ready.
Your body is ready
I am
for
so
Red Dead.
just take my money.
Oh
like,
my god, yes.
I love that game. I love the setting. You know how hard it is? How hard is it to do a fucking Western game? It's impossible. It is
Yeah.
fucking impossible. It's impossible to do a Western game. It's impossible to do a Western movie well.
Yeah.
So when they are good, it's like,
Yeah.
yes, because it's
They
not
really
a
pulled it
sexy
off
thing.
there.
Yeah, it's not like a sexy thing to do anymore.
Well, and that's my favorite open world of all time because it just feels so much like an actual world.
Yeah.
And like it embraces the boring parts of a world being an actual world.
Well,
Yeah.
and see that my problem with not Mass Effect, Fallout. I'm mostly talking about Fallout 3.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I found that so boring because it was such a vast world, but there's nothing going on. Where if you want to parallel that to Red Dead, yeah, there's nothing in that world. It's giant, but at the same time, there's like hidden little Easter eggs throughout the entire thing. I was just like, oh, cool. Like I remember the lady that was just laying there and her husband like died and she was just batshit crazy. It was there for no reason other than
To make the world feel like a real freaking
yeah,
place.
and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
It did feel really alive, like
Yeah.
in comparison to something like Fallout 3, which is, I know it's supposed to feel dead because it's post-apocalyptic, but with
Yeah.
something like Red Dead, like one of my favorite things to do in that game was to just turn off the music and just wander around because the sound design and
the ambiance?
world and everything,
Yeah.
it was wonderful, and all the animals that were wandering around too, like that really helped it feel more immersive and alive. It was just a great experience.
And the human animal glitches that were, those are some funny goddamn glitches.
Part of the reason it's my favorite open world ever is because of how much it's like, you know what? Fuck the video game parts of this open world. Because my favorite thing to do in that game was when you found those treasure maps that just like showed a landmark and then where that thing was in relation to that landmark, and it gave you no like normally when
No
you have
coordinates?
yeah, it's like, oh, walk to the glowing dot and pick up the thing that's under the glowing
Well,
dot.
that's how it was back then. There was
Yeah.
no coordinates. You're
Yeah,
just like,
it's exactly.
here it is. Fuck you.
It
Like,
felt
good
like
job.
an actual treasure hunt. And
Yeah.
it felt like a real joy when you finally found that box full of gun parts. I forget what was in there, but yeah.
Yeah.
And or when you were hunting those legendary animals and you knew they were kind of in this one corner of the map.
You just have
and
to
then
track them down.
Finally see it. It's like, yes, there it is, and then it kills you, and you have to go do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
A fun game.
what a fun game. I'm really excited that now that they kind of made the perfect open world with GTA 5 and they made that community so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the open world online portion of that game going to be like?
And let's hope they
be
put it on
weird, yeah.
PC as well. Like
please.
it's just multi-platform all the way instead of.
Hopefully it's not ported. We get some shitty ass
Or we don't have
port.
to wait
Yeah.
18 months for it to get it on PC.
I'm sure we will.
They don't.
Also, there have been rumors of if they do announce the new Red Dead, that it would be like a late 2017 release, and that they might announce a Red Dead Redemption remaster to be released potentially to PC, potentially to consoles. Like that would be a really cool thing.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd make me happy.
Yeah.
I'd be down with just that even. But
Well, just think of all the fun mods you could do with that.
Oh,
Like,
good lord.
yeah.
There'd be some crazy shit, dude.
yeah, the PC.
There's like a
community would love
rocket
that.
launcher mod. You're just like, oh, no, there's some stupid shit, man. Also on my list is Halo 6.
I think it's a bit early. I don't think it's gonna happen this year.
You know,
I think we just got Halo 5. I really don't think.
I
Yeah,
disagree.
It does feel a bit soon.
I
but-
disagree with it because I think there's going to be. I think both Sony and Microsoft are both going to announce new consoles, new variations
Yes.
of
Oh,
consoles.
yeah. Those 0.5,
Absolutely,
yeah.
and I think that Microsoft will absolutely say, "Hey, by the way, Halo 6 comes out the same time, and it's going to flagship it." So I think it is.
Do you think it will? It's gonna be compatible with both, though, right? You think? Okay, that'd be such.
It
yeah.
should, but
maybe
at the
such a
same
huge mix-up.
time, you know,
That's what all the rumors are saying.
Well, it's not like they're coming out with a brand new console. It's just
Maybe
going to
it's
be
like
like the Xbox. I think they're from what word on the streets. They're coming out with two different ones. One is going to be like a slimmer version of the one that's already out
That's
for
pretty
Xbox,
guaranteed. That's
and it's supposed.
repeating itself.
Yeah, exactly. But it's supposed to be like 4 times more powerful. Fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
More Pixel Wizards, guys.
And then the another. I don't want to get too far ahead here, but like I think that. Sony and Xbox are really going to try to shove VR down everyone's throats.
oh yeah, absolutely. Just
and
like it
I
has
am
for the past
not
year.
looking forward to it.
Well, you've heard of the potential Microsoft Oculus kind of partnership with the Xbox, right?
No.
Okay, so that's what the rumors are saying, is that come E3, or Microsoft is going to announce an Oculus partnership and then just kind of bundle that with the Xbox, and I guess make those work together and not have like a exclusive Microsoft VR, but rather just this partnership. So
That's
who
interesting.
knows?
That makes sense. I think it's Sony kind of went pretty ballsy making their own proprietary VR. I think it makes a lot more sense to sort of partner if you're going to.
Well, yeah. Why start from scratch when there's already a company that's been doing it?
It did all your work for you.
Yeah, like you're already starting behind, unless you're Blizzard
Yeah.
coming up
We
with
wait
an
for everyone else to
engine.
do it, and then you do it perfect, and then yeah,
Dude, I was talking not to get off Target E3. Overwatch is an amazing game.
everyone play. Overwatch.
Everyone
Stop
fucking knows
listening to
it
this right now. and
But
play
what's
Overwatch.
funny is I was talking to Jose, and he's like, "Is this on the Frost engine? Like, what is this?" And I'm like, "No, man, Blizzard made their own fucking engine
Oh,
for
yeah.
this game."
Crazy.
And
They're
he's
very
like, "What
trusting
the
someone
fuck?"
else's
And I'm
engine
like,
for that shit.
"Exactly. That's why
It's
there's
really well optimized.
Oh, yeah.
Even on the consoles, you're getting a really smooth 60 frames per second with like a dynamic resolution shift.
yeah." That's pretty sick. I don't know. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun. But back on point here.
Yeah.
Those are my ones that I'm for sure. In my opinion,
Okay.
will come out this time. So you got anything else for
Yeah,
the for sure
let's
list?
go, Levi. What do you got for like
Oh.
your no-brainers?
Okay. I'm really okay. Obviously, we've talked about the 4.5 like consoles, the PS 4.5, the Xbox, whatever you want to call it.
I think
those are for sure.
I think it's
Xbox
literally
1.5.
called the Xbox One 5.
Really?
I
That would
saw
just be
I
absurd.
read that
The-
somewhere.
Xbox One's already a dumb fucking name. So
Yeah, why'd they go back?
Well, yeah,
It should have been
It's
like a
kind of like
720 or something.
Battlefield 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
when was this ever a good idea
Comes out
to
your
just
mouth
rename
sideways.
something to
Yeah.
a 1?
I
It
have
just
no idea.
confuses
Yeah.
the market.
yeah,
I'm pretty stoked about that, by the way.
yeah. That looks kind of
New
sharp.
Battlefield looks sick. I'm really
It's
excited.
at least something different for fuck's sake.
I don't know if this is a for sure, but I've been hearing a lot of rumors about this, and it excites me so much that I can't help but talk about it. But
What?
have you guys heard of the rumor of a potential Spider-Man game by Sucker Punch?
Yep, that was one I was going to bring up
Oh,
too.
I have not.
Yeah, that is
Dang, okay.
that's absolutely something I'm very interested in seeing.
Right. So this is the team that made Infamous, right?
Yep, that's the same one.
Okay. Yeah.
I never played
and-
that. I heard it was really good though. I've heard it was like really.
As far
good.
as like a pure mechanically playing as a superhero,
Yeah, I heard it was
I've
awesome.
never
Oh,
felt more
yeah.
powerful.
That's
Like,
cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
it's a really good feeling game
Yeah.
for sure. If they could put a Spider-Man into that engine, it would just be incredible.
That's cool.
Especially if they had a good story to boot.
Yeah. Oh no, I there's a lot of reasons that I don't think that rumor's gonna end up being true, just because as far as like, does Marvel want to lock its most popular character behind a system exclusive? Because Sucker Punch is a Sony-owned company,
Yeah.
and that's what makes me think that there's something fishy about this. And a lot of people are getting this from like animators at Sucker Punch tweeting things out about, I'm going to go see Civil War again for reasons, and like some voice actor commented that he
So
was
vague.
working on a Spider-Man thing. So it's more Twitter journalism.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I am really skeptical this is actually
console
happening.
exclusives are stupid anyway.
Yeah, I know.
This day and
but their
age, it's
reality,
so
it's
stupid.
about investing in.
I know
companies
why
and
they do it.
products
It's
and
just
blah, blah, blah.
it's
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah. And
That's why I never played.
It's only bad for the gamers, right?
Dark
I mean,
yeah, the
Yeah.
gamers pay at the end.
Yeah.
Bloodborne. Never
Bloodborne.
played Bloodborne, and I know I'd love it, but I'm
yeah,
not-
absolutely, you'd fucking
You
have-
would.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation for that. I don't give a shit.
just for the
Yeah.
one game.
Not gonna do
it's-
No, I wouldn't. I don't blame you.
yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I
If-
yeah. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
If Spider-Man is like less definite for sure, then I mean, what do you guys think about Rocksteady launching a new series, another superhero game perhaps, because they're done with the Batman trilogy of games.
Yeah.
And it's possible that they could use that engine and just make or tackle a new superhero. I'm not sure which one they would, but
I want to
that's-
see a good Superman game.
Well, I really think
that is a
that
Superman.
that has been the rumor, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I really think that what you're talking about. The only question is, do we see it this year or another year? I really think that that's money in the bank eventually.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be some sort of Justice League game. I really do.
Hmm.
And I wonder how they're going to handle that, like having
that would
one
be
world with
interesting.
multiple like control schemes and stuff. I mean, it's amazing how much
Yeah.
they got out of what was originally just basically a hallway brawler, and how they made navigate an entire city with that same control system work so well. It's really freaking marvelous, because you could take. Yes, they kind of did a shorthand by putting the fucking bat tank in there, and that made getting around a lot easier. But honestly, I only ever used the bat tank when I was required to by the story.
Right, when you had to.
Yeah, it's still fun to zip around the city. You can move so quick and easily. You don't even really need it. So if they had, changed some way the game was designed and took that out, it would have been fine. So I have faith just because they've proven the impossible before.
Yeah, but
So-
I don't know. Justice League game just seems, I don't know. Like, how would you
ambitious.
do timeshare? Like, it would be like a
Yeah.
Lego. It'd be like the Lego games, which I actually enjoy.
Well,
but it
well, yeah,
would
but-
not as a. It's a fun derpy little game.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you're trying to
the
make
Lego
it,
game has a formula that you can like, smack anything onto.
right, you
it's
could
not-
just choose your team. But if like the Batman games were serious,
Yeah.
I don't want something like
Yeah.
that in a serious game. That's
Well,
just stupid.
Well, in Arkham Knight, they did do the ability to switch between people in one fight, and I think they might have something like that. And it may force you to use
It's just
certain
the
people.
power sets are so different. I think
They
it'd be
really
a lot
are.
to take on. I don't know if it would really work at this stage.
Just
I don't
make
know.
a Superman game.
It used to do
Yeah,
that too.
if they just
There's
stuck to
never
one-
been a good Superman
well, and
game.
and you know what the thing is, just making a Superman game is almost as impossible.
I know.
Yeah, because
it's very hard. I'm aware.
Yeah, like how do you make something so powerful in a world like? Because I don't know how you make that game without the ability to destroy the environment around you. I don't know how you make him feel
very true.
vulnerable. Like I don't know how.
Imagine
you
a
create tension.
Superman game like on the Frost engine.
Yeah.
Be fucking awesome. It's never gonna happen, but it'd be fucking cool as
Yeah.
shit. It's just like just flying through buildings, and
Yeah.
if you fly through a building so many times, the building would like come down
Yeah,
and
exactly.
shit like that. Oh my god!
How do you create a permanent world like that? Do you have to create
Yeah.
something more linear?
Well,
like the first
anytime you're
Batman
flying
game?
in a game, the world seems smaller, so it actually has to be fucking huge.
Exactly.
Does that you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
100%, exactly.
So yeah,
And how high?
It'd be hard.
How high are they gonna let you
What's the
go? All
ceiling?
that kind of stuff. Like, there's so many things you have to.
Invisible walls.
Yeah,
like,
all
you know,
that- all
there's
that
a
kind
lot
of
going
shit.
on there to make that, especially in today's gaming. Like you don't like in today's gaming, you don't want to just fly into an invisible wall.
No,
That's
like
that's
not
stupid.
acceptable anymore. Like you
It's
have
not
to have
acceptable
some reason for something to be like that.
Foley.
Yeah, people
or
are way
some
too
shit.
critical to get away.
Right,
with
you
shit,
can't
yeah.
do that nowadays. So that's a very good point. All right, but moving on. Next game.
All right, my fucking Money in the Bank pick is, we already know that Zelda is going to be there this year.
Yeah.
And we already know that it's
That's the only thing Nintendo's bringing to E3.
only thing Nintendo's bringing. I am 100% sure we're going to get a subtitle in a concrete actual
Huge.
release date.
Huge news.
Yeah, and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and also like could they potentially say like, oh, this, or did they already say? No, I'm sorry, they already said that it's coming out for the NX as well, right?
yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be
yeah,
it's
that's gonna be
dual
like a
release.
flagship title for
Yeah,
it.
so
Yep.
honestly, that is perfect for me because that gives me an excuse to completely skip the Wii U because I was just waiting to get that for whenever
Yep.
Zelda came out, so now I can just completely skip it.
I
Yeah.
hope, for Nintendo's sake, that the NX is going to kill it.
Yeah,
Because
Me
I feel
too.
if it doesn't, they're kind of fucked.
Yeah,
Other than handheld, because they own.
well,
handheld.
and they have the potential to make some real noise in the mobile space too. I think that's potential.
Oh, with
yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, well, maybe not particularly that program, you dick, but
No, I'm
just in
saying what?
general,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not joking. That looks cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I
Pokemon
think
Go's
they
a
did
cool
some.
idea.
I personally am still kind of awkwardly trying to figure out if I like Miitomo or not, but it's successful and it's doing some interesting things. So that has legs to integrate with other stuff they're going to do. So I think they have a plan at least. They're doing
Well,
something.
and I was having this conversation with somebody at work where it's
Yeah.
like they're like, "Yeah, you think the new Nintendo thing's gonna fall on its face?" And I'm like, "I don't, because Nintendo's resilient, and yeah, the Wii U was, I think, a disaster.
Yeah.
But think of all the other disasters. They did like the Virtual Boy. What'd they do?
Yeah.
They bounced back and they fucking destroyed it with the.
It said 64 was after that. Yeah.
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 So, I mean, I don't think they're going to do 2 flops in a row. I sincerely think that they're a smart enough company. I think the biggest issue with them is that they gear all their games and everything towards super young.
I don't
people-
necessarily think it's that. I think it's just super weird. Yeah.
It's not weird. It's innovative. I mean, goddamn.
but-
like it's
yeah.
weird now. Like the Wii U was super weird. But think about it when the fucking Wii came out. Like you understand,
Yeah.
everyone copied that shit. Like they're innovative. They messed up, yeah, with the Wii U,
Well,
but I think they'll bounce back.
When you're at the tip of the spear, like you take all the risk.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
you have to stay above in front of
yeah,
everyone.
well, and it's like, oh, yeah, the Wii U is kind of weird and awkward and doesn't fit quite right in your hand. But then Sony's like, oh, you know what? That's interesting. We'll put a little touch thing on
Right.
there. Yeah,
They
you know,
did that.
Yeah, and like they made a lot of mistakes, but we can at least do this part. Like, but Nintendo assumed all that risk by doing that first, and
yeah,
everyone else
because
kind of learned.
God knows Microsoft's not going to fucking do it. Sony
Yeah.
might, but they're going to. If it wasn't for Nintendo, we would still be playing on like the
Oh
360.
no, absolutely. Like historically, we can't argue the importance of them. I can't argue the fact that they're borderline mushroom fueled in what they're doing right now sometimes.
Yeah.
But I guess that kind of comes along with having that mindset as running your company.
Right. I mean, I respect it, and honestly, I didn't put it on here, but I'd like to. I think they're going to come up with a new handheld here soon. I don't think it'll be announced.
I think that's going to be rolled in with NX. Like, yeah.
Didn't they just the new 3DS is
The
still
new
like
3DS.
it feels like a very new platform. Like
But,
there's
well,
hardly
it-
any games for it.
It's
exclusive
not.
for it, I
It's
mean.
not really a new platform though.
It's the
honestly.
0.5 thing. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
before,
middle
but-
thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like the Xbox One Slim or 5 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But
Uh,
all I
you
know,
think- I guess before we move on past Nintendo, do you guys have anything you want to say about Zelda in particular?
no, I
About
don't
what we're
care.
gonna see?
But when it comes to Nintendo, I will be buying a new handheld, and I will be buying Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I shit you not, I am a 27-year-old male that is going to buy the special edition new 3DS for Pokemon. It hasn't been announced yet. I guarantee it's going to happen. And
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sun
Oh,
and
yeah.
Moon for sure.
And I will be buying it.
I know you will.
I
because-
absolutely will.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the only thing I have to say about the Zelda is
It looked cool.
it looks more promising than any Zelda has for a while.
It looks.
so it's probably
The
Wind Waker.
graphics look great.
Yeah, and it
looks
seems the
smooth.
creative thesis behind it seems good, but it's really, really, really in danger. I feel of becoming like that video game folklore level where we've
Yeah.
seen so much like just kind of vapor about it, and we haven't got our hand. I guess we're gonna have a playable version, a 90-minute playable version at the show, but
That'll be interesting because we've
Yeah.
seen hardly anything. It's
I've
like,
seen
how
Link
is
on
it
a
ready
horse.
already? But
exactly.
The bow and arrow mechanics on it look fucking cool though. That was the
cool
coolest.
shit.
That's what stood out to me was the bow and
Yeah.
arrow mechanics. That was fucking cool.
Yeah, but it's at this point it's been so long.
yeah, it's
with
like
nothing.
Last Guardian, right?
Yeah,
you see
it's-
gameplay years ago, and then
but-
it's like, wow, and then it's just never again.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened to that?
I think we need a release date at this show, or we're in
Well,
trouble.
hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but just a couple of days ago, there was a video or something in which the developers announced that it's like a for sure 2016 release
Hello,
for Last Guardian.
do we lose him?
You broke up there,
You broke
bud.
up there.
Oh, okay, wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Radio.
so there's a for sure 2016 release guaranteed for Last Guardian already.
Oh.
At least that's what they said, like just a couple of days ago. This just
I'll
happened.
believe it when it happens. So I don't.
Yeah,
know.
right. so
Remember
there's gonna
how
be
just last week No Man's Sky was coming out next month?
Yeah, it got pushed
Yeah.
back.
So
yeah.
Well, speaking of games, also on my list. Speaking of games that seem to never want to come out, but
Okay.
I'm actually super hyped for
moving on to the next tier.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't give a shit, and I haven't cared about Final Fantasy since 10.
Yeah.
But this next one looks fucking amazing.
It-
It like blew my fucking
I have
mind.
actually actively tried not to get excited about this game.
Dude,
And
I've never
it's
seen
so
anything.
good. It looks so good.
The graphics and shit, the fact that they changed up the formula on it,
Yeah.
it looks more open world. I'm just like, dude, like I'm actually really excited for it.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
I watched the trailer and it's just the world looks so beautiful and the
Yeah.
music and everything. I just want to be there. I just want to play it.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
like it's really bright and glamorous, but the fighting's fucking cool. Like I was just like, dude, this is like next level graphics. Like this is like next gen. Like that's the first
Yeah.
game I've seen in a while that I'm like, holy fuck. I mean, yeah, I guess Uncharted also really a beautiful game, but
Yeah.
like this game, I was just like, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
We are officially at that next gen. level
Yeah,
now,
like
finally.
that was.
Yeah.
But we'll see when that comes out because how long has that been in production? Like,
Oh God, what
7, 8
7,
years?
8 years, something
Yeah,
like that.
something
Where
fucking
and it's
crazy.
changed.
been
titles,
renamed.
Yeah, and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
bullshit.
but-
But yeah, okay. Let's go on to our next tier and kick it back to Cody for the we're
Wolfenstein
pretty
2.
sure- Oh God, I hope you're right. I so hope you're
I
right.
think I am right. I
Yeah.
think that's also gonna come out.
I guess my only concern is it might be a little bit too early, or we may just.
I
get
think
a
it'll be
logo or something
announced.
like
I don't
that.
think it'll be ready till like.
Have
late
they done
2017.
anything since the old? What was it called? The old
Old Blood.
Old Blood. Yeah.
No, that was the last
Okay.
one, and that was beautiful too.
Yeah,
and
but yeah, I definitely I think that game had way more success than anyone thought it
Oh,
would.
absolutely, absolutely.
And I think they're gonna be like, okay, people still want this series. That's cool.
And
Yes.
because Doom just went out there and killed
And
it.
Doom
Exactly.
killed
Yeah.
it too. So like it's exciting time to be alive to see id Software
Yeah.
coming back and people actually giving a shit.
Well,
I want a big resurgence of this type of FPS.
I do.
single player focused.
Yeah, just
FPSs,
fun. Like
yeah.
it's just fun, crazy, fast, just an enjoyable time. Is there really that much of a story? Wolfenstein had a good story, but
well,
Yeah.
but it has like
it was all about gameplay.
it keeps it on that like Flash Gordon level of story.
Oh, yeah.
where everything is like big.
It
And
was,
flamboyant.
like,
It's so dumb.
to
So
me,
dumb. It's so dumb.
Wolfenstein is what Duke Nukem Forever should have been. Like without the goofy little
Yeah,
the
yeah,
goofy
I
lines.
see what you're getting at. Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, that's what I want. And Duke Nukem was a fucking garbage. But that it embodied what the '90s computer gaming was.
Oh, absolutely.
To me. So,
Oh, absolutely. And like
was great.
Doom was just so perfectly it gave you just like that taste of story.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like
there was a
context to but that's
it was the perfect balance.
Yeah.
there was no story, and I didn't want a story. Like
Yeah,
it was
fucking-
like there would be a robot dude that's like, oh, by the way, this is why you're doing this. I'm like, I don't care. Just throw guys at me to kill.
yeah, absolutely. And there was just so much love and care and put into the way that both those games were designed and played. And
Yeah,
it was
Doom
wonderful.
single player is fucking great.
Yeah,
It's
we can go ahead
great.
and not
It's
even
a
talk about the multiplayer. 'Cause
It's a fun game. Yeah, well, whatever.
we have
hon-
Overwatch. We don't need it.
Yeah, we got Overwatch, but honestly, to fix Doom multiplayer, what they should have done No Call of Duty pre-loadouts. Just everyone start off with a
Yep.
pistol. Go find guns. Just
And
like an arena shooter. You don't
would've fixed-
half-ass
That
it.
would have fixed so much.
Go all out. Just
Yeah,
be
yeah.
an arena shooter.
Yeah.
And take away that monster power up.
I didn't really
know the
mind
name
it.
of it.
Yeah, where you come a
It's just-
demon. I don't.
yeah,
I
it's
didn't.
just
The demon
it's just
rune or whatever.
unstoppable completely. There's no strategy there. It's just like, oh, he's got it. He's gonna get all the kills now. It's just like a kill streak, but it's completely. Is it not completely random or what is
Yeah,
it?
It's
yeah,
random,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
there are certain specific. Well, I'm speaking from the beta. It may have changed now,
Right,
but
yeah.
I don't think
there's
they
like
changed hardly
three.
anything.
There's like 3 random spots that would show up on the map.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
just whoever got there first.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was a bit clunky, but whatever.
Not worth talking about.
That's not why I bought
Right.
the game. I bought it for single player and single
And-
player.
Yeah,
It was
single
actually
player
worth your money.
worth it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next tier. Well, we already did that. Never mind.
Yeah, next game.
Next game. Next person. Levi, you talk about things while I collect my brain.
Okay. So, I really want this to happen. A Mass Effect trilogy remaster, just with all the DLC, just a one big set, because they have never discounted the DLC for Mass Effect. You still have to go through this cumbersome system of like buying BioWare points, which is like not used for hardly anything else. And
What?
That's
the
weird.
PC versions don't even have like official controller support. You still have to do mods for that.
I knew
just-
about that, which is so dumb. That's
It
why.
is dumb.
That's why I hate ports. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's so
You have
dumb.
a console, like these are like console ports, right? But
Right.
like, why is it? It's not that difficult to just transfer over the controller.
I
settings,
wouldn't
right?
Yeah,
think so. I'm not.
I
I'm
know.
not.
Yeah,
a-
who knows?
the
not a
issues of
developer, but at the
that,
same
but
time,
literally everyone else does.
I
it.
think
Like,
that
so.
what you just said, remastered and whatnot. I think there's a really big possibility, especially to kind of build up hype for the new game that's coming out.
Andromeda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's actually a really good chance of that happening. And
The o-
some of the the DLC, like the Shadow Broker stuff, I felt like that shouldn't even have been DLC. I felt
was
like that should have
super
been
necessary.
I felt
Yeah,
that it was part of
yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Such a big part of the game, and I would just love for it to all be bundled and
Right.
all easily accessible, and to play it again. I
wouldn't mind playing it again.
The only thing keeping me
Never.
from like fully believing that this may happen is I think the CEO of EA. I don't know his name, but he.
Oh, Bobby Kotick?
There was a tweet of
John
his
T.
that said,
Fuckhead.
I don't know. There was a tweet of his. I think it was him. Someone big at EA saying something like, "We don't plan on like re-releasing games. Like it's just kind of it's not worth their time."
I would think
so
that
who
we
Well,
knows?
they
giant
should look
pile
at
of money.
Activision
Yeah.
and fucking Call of Duty and see
Yeah.
about that all that buzz right now. That's a clusterfuck.
Well, that's not the fact that they're remaking something. It's that they're doing it in the fucking hammiest way they possibly
No,
could.
it's that they remade something that people lost their mind about and want to play it so bad, but you got to buy the other shit.
And then they made it impossible to get. Yeah.
That's the problem. But the thing
they-
is, I would even replay that.
Well, yeah, but it's like the idea of like we have an amazing product that we're going to staple to a shitty project. It's like
I know.
if you took a steak and stapled it to a dead pigeon and then had to sell them together. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. It's cruel.
yeah.
I don't like the tactic at all.
The last Call
Well,
of Duty
when has
actually liked.
Activision ever
Yeah.
done anything that was
Right.
That made any sense? Yeah. All right.
All right.
So I would almost consider this belongs in our last category because I'm not really freaking sure it's going to happen. But we're getting a new God of War this year.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. I
yeah.
see
I
that.
feel like when it's time, and there was those leaked concept art things, and I really love the series, but I was super done with it after 3. Like I'm like, okay, we're good. I'm full of God of War. Don't need any more. But then like, oh, by the way, Norse God of War. I'm like, yes, I will do
That's
that.
cool. And the thing
Yeah.
is, excuse me,
Boring you?
yeah. No, I've never played God of War. I've never been really interested. It didn't look that. I mean, to me, I know I'm in the minority here. I
Yeah.
just wasn't that interested.
Oh, I could see if people don't like it. I like it.
Yeah,
But I'm
it's
like,
super popular.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could
and,
see how-
it's an
yeah.
exclusive, so I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
But that is cool. Like, I fucking
Yeah.
love, like, Norse, like, folktale and everything. I love that.
In-
like, seeing, like, Freya or some shit.
yeah.
Just like, that'd be so cool.
Well, and the thing is, like, that's one of the rare circumstances where I have like a pie in the sky dream about something, and then it actually materializes in front of me.
Right.
Because I'm like, I would play God of War again if they went to some other gods. Like, I would absolutely do that. I was hoping for Egypt. I think that would be a really cool one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take Norse. Fuck yeah.
They could. I mean, if this works, they probably will give it to you.
Yeah, they can
like
give you
even
Egyptian,
Chinese mythology is really cool.
Aztec. There's so many
Hindu.
places you can go. Yeah,
Like, there's all kinds of
That'd
cool
probably
shit.
offend a lot of people. I'm not sure they go to Hindu.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I haven't played any of the God of Wars, but it has it mostly stuck with the same like mythology of gods
it's been
for all 3 games.
100%
Yeah.
yeah.
It's by
Okay.
the same.
But and literally, again, spoiler for a game that came out way too many years ago for me to give a shit. They just kill all the gods. They're all dead now.
Okay,
Fuck
so they
it.
have to
yeah,
move
so they,
on.
They
Yeah.
literally have to move on to something else.
Yeah.
The only thing they could possibly do is find a way to connect it to Kratos in some way, which I hope they don't. I hope there's like, hey,
It's just a new
thing.
game.
But he looks disturbingly like Kratos, the fucking Hatchet Man that they've had the concept art of.
Is it? Who is it? Is it?
It's just,
Sackboy.
yeah, for all we know.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of God with a hatchet. I know.
Balder?
Oler?
I don't Schmimpam? I
I'm actually. I legitimately think his name is Oler.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Ullur.
You know more about shirtless, manly Viking things than I do.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right. That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does anyone have any safety safes they want to?
No, I have my one that I'm doing to throw out there.
Okay.
This is not a safe one. This
Okay.
is one that I think might actually happen. And it's Crash Bandicoot.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
You're pretty passionate about this one, actually.
I think that people want to play it, and not only that, I'm not talking about a re-release. I'm talking about actual new game, and I think
Oh yeah.
the fact that they put it in Uncharted, I think that was more than just a throwback. I think that was kind of like a, hey, what do you guys think about
and
this?
Very early games.
That was such an awesome
Yeah.
moment getting to play that in Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was so cool.
So,
But-
yeah, I mean, I think there's a small chance it may actually come out.
I'll play it. I absolutely will. And I've
Oh,
gone
I
so
would
much
far.
shit about it, though.
I've gone so far away from platformers, just kind of like the rest of the
Crash
industry
Bandicoot
has,
was like
but
the
yeah.
best one, though.
Yeah,
That's like the
You know what?
best like 3D, pseudo 3D platformer ever made. Like, Mario 64.
Careful, man. Put that tongue back in your mouth.
Mario 64 is
But
good
yeah,
too, but I'm saying
yeah.
non-Nintendo. I
Okay,
would say
but
that's one of the
that's
best
fair.
ones.
I do like it more than stuff like Jack and Daxter. And
Yeah,
like
no,
stuff like
absolutely,
that.
and I love the.
it's-
It's funny. It was a funny ass game.
Yeah,
It's strange because there's on the PS Vita, for instance, there were re-releases of Jack and Daxter, and then of course Ratchet and Clank re-releases were on the PS3 and PS Vita. But it's strange that Crash Bandicoot, I don't even think you could buy it in the US on the PSN store, like to play it on your PS3, for
So
instance.
weird.
It's only available in the Europe, or basically in a lot of places other than the US.
there's probably dumb lawyer reasons for that, but I don't
Yeah,
give a shit.
exactly.
Yeah,
But I think especially with I don't know the sales numbers, but I think that Ratchet and Clank, the recent PS4 one, sold pretty successfully, especially because it came out right at $40 instead of being at 60.
and it reviewed really well too.
Yeah. So I don't know, with like the critical love for that, I feel like Crash Bandicoot, it's like a perfect time, and
Yeah.
they
Right.
injected some nostalgia in the audience with Uncharted 4.
Time is nigh. Make
So-
it happen.
Yes.
I'd be
Yes.
down. That'd be a
All
lot
right.
of fun.
All right, Levi, dangle your balls out there.
Okay. Can we please get a Skate 4?
Oh my!
I don't know if you guys played those games.
Yeah,
Welcome
I
back to
did,
last
and the
episode of
glitches in it
Figure
were
Drinking.
horrendous. I will say that now is the time to do it since Tony Hawk fell on its face so hard.
Just failed so bad.
I think-
I just have a soft spot for those games.
I do too.
and-
No, you understand? Like I have the HD version, which is kind of like a taste of Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But I freaking love those games. It's one of my favorite games growing up. Was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 specifically, and Skate was
Yeah,
also phenomenal.
I don't even mind if they don't go anywhere big with it. Like I mean, because how big can you get with it? If they just make a really refined skate game with just
Fix
the really good physics and like the quality that, or well, the other games weren't perfect, but if they could just make like a great version of all those, then
Well,
on the current systems, then that would be great.
I think they would actually do a lot better in Tony Hawk because the problem why Tony Hawk fell on its face so hard is because it wasn't by Neversoft. So they had to
rest in peace.
restart, huh?
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so they had to start from scratch and it sucked. But Skate, who does Skate?
I don't even
EA.
know.
Is it
Well,
EA?
well, but who develops
Yeah, who-
it?
Oh
They
right.
publish it.
I don't know.
Like if the original developers developed it and actually did it right, they
Well,
could actually own that market.
Let's go ahead and back up for a second. Wasn't Skate 3 like a Tony Hawk level disaster though? Like wasn't it like a really broken? Like wasn't the first two awesome? The third one just like a big pile of broken glass?
It was broken.
Yeah,
There was
so-
some epic glitches. Just
Yeah.
fucking YouTube. If you're watching this, you already know. Like I don't know why I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Like, some
I
of
mean,
the fucking
the
glitches
physics,
were great. The
Yeah.
right? It's all like ridiculous physics.
But it wasn't a
bugs,
bad
but-
game. I'm not
No.
gonna say it was a
No,
bad
well,
game.
Yeah,
Tony Hawk was a
I'm
bad
just like,
game.
I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about this stupid
It's
game.
developed by
Whatever.
EA Black Box.
All right.
so-
Oh, okay.
It's one of the in-house people.
Anyways,
Yeah.
no, but I actually, if now's the time to do it, like really,
Again, the strike with the iron top.
it's not like
blah,
there's
blah.
any kind of like anyone that's gonna take it from them. Like just make it. I'm down with that.
Yeah, and I have one other one, and this is kind of similar to your Final Fantasy 15
Yeah.
one, because I mean it's just been around for years, and
Yeah.
we just haven't heard too much about it. But Kingdom Hearts 3,
yeah.
I want I know you guys don't care about
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts very much. I'm a big fan of the series, and it's just been so long. It skipped an entire generation. The PS3 didn't have any actual Kingdom Hearts game to it, just remasters, of course. But if we could at least get a release date, that might even be asking for too much. Even a year at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
like a bracket.
Yeah, just a time period like first quarter 2017, something
Right.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they recently announced that they said something ridiculous. It was like, this game is not coming before April of 2017. Like that was an announcement.
Why do you even
it's
say
not going to
that?
be here? But yeah, it didn't. It wasn't like giving any information. It was just saying when it's not going to be here.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, and hasn't
We're
this-
at that point
this-
where that's news.
This game has been like quasi announced for a really long time too.
Oh, yeah.
It's been like these weird like concept demos and all that kind of bullshit. Yeah. Sugar, you're off the pot at this point. At this point, man, show us something, give us a release.
I
date
mean,
and
it would
move
do
on.
well because like
Oh, it's a huge fan base for
It
it.
has a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
fan base.
There is, yeah,
Yeah.
it would definitely do well.
Yeah.
The remasters have sold really well, I think, too. And then they even have another one like with the worst title, like 2.8 or something.
Yeah, all those titles
coming
are
out.
Death by Sleep and none of it. It's all fucking
Yeah.
like Mad Libs. All of this freaking subtitles for these stupid.
Well,
games.
the story is kind of Mad Libs like nonsense as well. So
Yeah.
at points, but
Yeah, I tried
yeah,
to
so-
play the first one like 10 years ago, and it got so crazy and bullshitty so quick. I couldn't do
Kingdom
it.
Hearts 2 just
Yeah.
it's just even worse than
Yeah.
like the later games. But I think Final Fantasy 15 is. I mean, we're obviously getting that one sooner.
Right.
I think it's much more likely that we're going to see something on Final Fantasy 15.
I don't
It'd be
think-
nice if they could slip in something for the Kingdom Hearts fans.
Isn't this supposed
Yeah.
to come out in the fall? Like we're
I thought it
almost-
was supposed to come
yeah.
out this year,
God, we're
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
prepared.
but there'll definitely be a lot at
Yeah.
E3 about it. I'm sure. Do
Yeah,
you have
like
any-
a lot more information.
All right, this one. Not only am I sure that it probably won't happen, but I'm like, there's actual legit reasons why it can't happen. I'm still putting it out there because I want it to happen. Silent Hills Resurrected, coming back to life.
Oh,
It's
I was gonna put
official.
that.
Yes.
Are we?
Yes.
So we're just naming bullshit right
Well,
now.
okay. Listen, if you are
Viva Pinata 2 or
if,
3.
if there are any
3.
demons out there that exchange souls for favors, I would like to talk to you about this because I want this to happen so bad.
Siphon Filter 6.
I just really want it to happen. Silent Hill 2 is a Mount Rushmore game for me.
the movie
Like,
killed that fucking franchise.
no, that franchise killed this franchise. It got. There were warning signs in the fourth one where it's like, okay, you guys are getting a bit too brave. You're doing some really weird, goofy shit. And then they're like, and then they realize that, okay, we've kind of done everything we can before we jump the shark on this, so we're not going to do it. And then a bunch of shitty American developers like, oh, well, if you guys are going to make crap, we can make more crappy than you can. And then they went out there and made that fucking dumbass Homecoming game that was, I can't even think of a creative way to say how bad it was. It was just fucking bad. And then Downpour, no one even knew that game came out or played it, and now it's just so dead. And then these really talented people came and said, "Hey, we respect what this series used to be," and they really tried to make it. And then whatever goddamn murder mystery happened between Kojima or whatever over there, and then
Yeah.
it died. And
It's a total shame.
yeah,
That
PT looked
game
incredible. I never got to play it
would
myself.
have fucking murdered. When
Yeah.
PT dropped, you couldn't go anywhere online without hearing or seeing about it. Like it destroyed the internet.
well, and people.
It was Kim Kardashian's ass levels
Yeah,
of breaking the internet.
of breaking the
okay?
internet. And
it was
it was an example of when you go, hey, I'm gonna try something new and bold, and I'm gonna try to sell my game with my game. Like it was marketing that was actually a demo, a lost art in gaming.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, here's a cool cinema. No, it just played the fucking game, and
Yeah.
that was more buzz than anything. And the thing was, I don't really give a crap about Silent Hill, but PT, I was like, dude, this looks pretty fucking
Exactly,
sick.
exactly.
And it was cool because everyone played it. Everyone had different.
it was
Different adventures. It was
a
like, how did you do that?
masterpiece of design.
It was a fucking
Yeah.
a Rubik's cube of
Yeah.
a demo. It was beautiful. Like,
It was incredible, and the fact that the game is, I didn't even give a shit about the Norman Reedus bullshit in it or whatever. I don't care if Daryl's fighting monsters or drowning sink babies or whatever. But like just everything about the people behind it and the mission statement from all of the marketing was just beautiful. And I guess I just want it to happen.
Right.
And it seems like it's kind of caught in a legal web of bullshit
it's not going to
right
happen.
now. It's going to keep from happening, but I just want it to happen.
It'll just go down the archives as another game that we're never going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's
Development hell.
a shit ton of them
Oh yeah.
out there. I mean, we were working on a list of them.
Yeah, is gone forever and all that kind
Fatal
of stuff.
Frame.
Fatal Frame still comes out every
Does it?
6 years or something. Yeah.
Does it though?
Do you guys think we're going to hear about a new Resident Evil?
Yeah, I don't know if I care about it.
Coin flip is whether
Right.
it's good or
Yeah.
not.
I mean,
I've
I-
never been so hot or so cold on a game series before.
Yeah.
Like, it's either one of the best games I've ever played or I can't finish
Well,
it.
4 and 2 again are like legends. Legends.
I'm one of the few that I thought 4 was better than 2.
Well,
I know
no,
2.
I don't know if there's few. I 100% agree with that.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
think,
absolutely.
2 is usually the one that everyone's like, it's amazing. I'm
Yeah.
like, 4 was really good.
Yeah, and it was a game that like it felt and played so different than anything before. I mean, everyone's come along since and like tried to do the same thing.
Right, but no one's really hit it.
And
on
it was
the head.
also the first Resident Evil game to realize that it was a Resident Evil game, and like it had this like such weird affectionate camp to it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
yeah, and where everything
as
else
fuck.
is like super serious, and they gave Chris Redfield so many steroids for no reason, and like so that the design got really weird. Yeah, but that game was just it was perfect. Like
Is it like Rob Liefeld or whatever?
yeah, dude, Rob Liefeld in the
yeah,
hell
like
Chris
Drew
Redfield. Yeah. Yahtzee described it as he looked like a fridge with a chia pet on top of it. Yeah. So
Cool.
anyway, yeah, I think that's gonna happen probably.
Yeah. I mean, with titles nowadays, I mean, maybe we'll just get a 4.5.
There we go. Your Resident Evil 4.5.
I like it.
Yeah.
Those half numbers are usually the best ones.
Yeah, well, and I guess the only other game I'll throw out there as far as I kind of feels in the same boat with that Resident Evil, I think the only question is, do we get it at this E3? Is I think it's time to hear something about BioShock.
Yes.
I think it's a little too soon, personally.
Oh,
but-
and another popular rumor going around is a BioShock trilogy remaster coming to the consoles, and I don't know if it would make it
Wait,
to PC.
did
I don't
you
know
say
what the point would be?
trilogy?
Well, okay, I don't know.
Only two of those games
I know that
exist.
I know Infinite is not like 3, but it's
No.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Bioshock. Let's
Okay,
be
so
real
you're
here.
okay.
2 is one of the
Well, yeah.
worst games.
I have
Two,
well, here's
two
no,
was not great,
here's the thing.
but I heard that the DLC was great.
Oh, really?
here's-
Minerva's Den.
Here's the thing about
play
BioShock
it.
2. BioShock 2 is not a bad game. It is a bad BioShock game.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's very fun to play when your hands are on it. You're having a good time, but it so misses a point at everything that series stands for, where they're just kind of going through the motions and they just made an action game. Like like when you get to the end of a section of the game and it's like, well, it's time to call the big sister and fight her, and you basically turns into an arena shooter, and it's like, oh, this is I guess fun, but it's not.
It's not Bioshock.
Yeah.
Bioshock's incredibly story driven.
Well, it's like you're just loading up with all your bazooka arms and stuff, and your
so
drill fist.
it's like
Yeah.
if like you have Bioshock and the next one was Doom.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, wait,
Oh, well,
what's happening right now?
yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is a good game, but it's not. Right. and I bet it goes back to 2K Marin, who I think made BioShock 2, because Irrational doesn't exist anymore, so we're not going to get Ken
Right.
Levine BioShock games. But I bet we're going to get it, and it's going to look cool, but it's still going to be kind of that soulless pig with makeup on it sort of game, which is fine, I guess. It's what we're going to get now, so we have to make peace with it.
They're just trying to sell the name.
And I really do think it's going to be overtly connected to one of the two cities we already have.
yeah.
like,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
just to like
Infinite had a much cooler city, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I
so
also
cool.
liked how Infinite did connect with the earlier BioShock games, and it was just a very like subtle way.
Yeah, exactly. And
It wasn't like the selling point.
exactly. And the cool thing, BioShock, I think, has done something with how it's built that makes it perfect for the situation it's in. Like where it has to be handed off to other people to make it, but it has such a loose formula to it that like you and I know what makes a BioShock game. Everyone knows what makes a BioShock game. It's very easy to make, yet it leaves all of this room for creativity. You need a city, you need an ideology,
And then you can do whatever the hell you want.
yeah, and you need some sort of like basic science fiction concept to base your world around. Boom.
Steampunky everything.
Yeah,
You're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
easy to produce, yet doesn't feel formulaic. And it's such a perfect situation. And I still, for some reason, am really skeptical about their ability to continue it. Like, I would love Moon City with that 1970s sci-fi aesthetic to it, with like all like the
Almost
the
like a
black
almost
and
like a
green
Fallout
scene.
kind
Yeah.
of Fallout kind of.
Yeah, but on the
things-
moon, and it's I don't
Yeah.
know. Pick a
That would be
yeah,
interesting.
pick a philosophy.
I don't think
to
they'll go
along
that
with
far out,
But like,
personally.
yeah, I
But-
think, but like stuff like that would be perfect to continue the series. But
Yeah.
I feel
Do you think the series can survive without someone like Ken Levine?
well,
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely.
I-
Like
yeah.
talented people build their name up, and that name is just a name, in my opinion.
Right.
It's not always the same, but you got to think he wasn't the only one working on that.
You know, but
there
he
were
was
talented
the- Yeah.
people behind him that made him look good. I'm
No,
not
but he was
saying
a
anything bad about him.
BioShock czar, though. He
Yeah, I'm not going to say
absolutely
anything
was.
bad about him, but you never know whose idea really it is. It's like our job. We do something amazing. Do we get credit for it?
No, it's
The main guy gets credit for it, and I always give that benefit of the doubt until I'm proven otherwise.
well, yeah, and it's kind of like when Amy Hennig left Naughty Dog. Everyone was really worried about how Uncharted 4 would turn out. Turns out Uncharted 4 is really good.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I think normally I would disagree with you. Like when the main creator leaves, I usually get really worried about something continuing. Hell, it happened with Silent Hill. We were talking about a couple seconds ago. You know, that game was great. People who originally made it left, and the hacks who came in couldn't quite figure out the formula. I think BioShock, though, is different. I think, like I said, it's such a perfect situation. People come in and be creative. I feel like it can be good. I feel like I was really sad and Irrational fell apart, but it was kind of the best situation for everyone involved. 2K gets to keep its amazingly productive franchise, and Ken Levine gets to go off and do infinitely more creative things someplace else.
I get what you're saying, but my one last thing, and I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
You have Avengers 1. When that movie came out, it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And then when what's his face? I'm drawing a blank.
Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon, when he left, and you're kind of like, well, fuck, what happens? And then you get Winter Soldier and Civil War, and you're like, everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I wouldn't doubt it until it happens.
Okay.
Until give it a
so
reason.
so you have a little more positive outlook on things.
Yeah, I'm not going to prejudge it. Yeah, I mean, you could look at it negative, but at the end of the day, let's get some new blood in there. Let's see what we can do with this.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Perfect.
But yeah.
Well, let's. Yeah, we're about at our time.
Yeah,
So
we'll go ahead and
let's,
wrap up here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do some channel maintenance. So
Panel maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, as previously stated, the iTunes thing is awesome. I'm also trying to get us on Stitcher and whatnot if you use that. But we're taking baby steps because the whole iTunes thing was a real pain in my dick.
Yeah.
So
you have no idea how hard that shit is until you actually get your hands in there. And try
it's
to
really
fuck with it.
stupid. I hate Apple to begin with. And that's coming from an Apple user. I fucking hate Apple. And
Yeah.
like the way some of the hoops I had to jump through. And if someone out there watching has been through iTunes thing, you either know what I'm talking about or you think I'm a fucking retard right now. But
Yeah.
ran all kind of things. But anyways,
A little bit of both.
we're going to start pumping out a lot more content
Yes,
here.
I am. I'm officially. I took my test. I'm officially done with all the day work stuff that's been monopolizing my time. We should have another episode of Comic Book Machine out by the time this episode's posted.
Yeah.
So because we've had one in the can for a while now that we're just waiting to get up.
Yep.
And
And hopefully we start coming out with I would like to come out with about 2 videos a day for now. It's
All right,
or not day. Sorry, a week.
oh, good lord,
Yeah.
you're
Not yet.
you're fucking killing me.
But we both of us have less than a year in the military left, and once we're out of the military, we're really gonna start pursuing this a little bit more seriously. Especially with our over the past 2 months, we've tripled in size. It's pretty.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's been.
Appreciate
I want to
y'all's
thank
support.
everyone out there to this new, much bigger community that we had than.
Yeah,
beginning of
it's
the year.
insane. Like every day I check, I'm like, where are these people? Why are they watching our content?
Yeah, we started the year at like what 270, I think.
Yeah.
That's what, the first of the
I
year.
mean, we're about to hit 1,000.
Yeah.
We'll hit 1,000 in a couple months.
Well, we're at like 750 right
Yeah.
now, and we had our first video hit 20,000 views,
Yep.
which is ridiculous, and that surpassed all of our goals we set at the
Yep.
beginning of the year.
So we appreciate it's all thanks
yeah.
to you guys in the community, and I love going through the comments and actually seeing
People talking to each other.
people
as
talking to
opposed
each
just
other
talking with
about
us.
comic books and whatnot. And that's
Yeah.
really cool that we we can provide something conversation, because that's the whole
Yeah.
reason we started this. It wasn't to become rich. It wasn't to really. It was to create a forum for
Yeah.
people to talk to each
Well,
other.
to share
about-
what we love with the world.
Right,
sort of. Yeah,
and
the
it's
way we
really
love
cool.
it.
But
Yeah.
anyways, before we get all mushy here, I do have one last thing. It's completely unrelated. Due to a bunch of things on YouTube that's happening right now with H3 and Ethan Klein and Ela Klein, I just want to wish them luck in their upcoming court case about fair use. That's really big to us content creators. A lot of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Go watch their shit and support them. But Vape Nation.
Yeah. All right, so we got that. But again, thank you to you all. We're really excited to sort of kick this channel back into full gear. We should be having a comic book machine every other week, hopefully. And Book of the Week will be back, but unfortunately, I have 4 months worth of comic books I have to catch up on before I can start doing those videos. So it's
Have you gone completely like just off of it, just offline as far as comic books go? Like just haven't read a single one?
No, I wouldn't say that. They're like I read all the Batman and Saga and like the my
Okay,
big
yeah,
favorite
just
ones.
keeping up with
Yeah.
the couple of major series.
Yeah, but as far as like I usually read about 15 books a week, and I haven't been
Yeah.
able to do that because I've been studying and shit. So I need like 2 or 3 weeks to catch up on that, and then that series will return and be back, and then we have a bunch of other content that we have currently on
Yep.
drawing board status. So yeah, but we want to let that's all to come, and we look forward to sharing it with you. But as
All right.
for right now, this show is over. So thank you all very much for hanging out. If you're listening to us on our new iTunes forum or our SoundCloud, make sure you head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. That's Video Game Time Machine.
Video at youtube.com/videogametm.
Yes, and also make sure you follow us on Facebook and follow the channel on Twitter. On Twitter, we are at Video Game TM. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Wisco Coonsey.
I'm at Close Barbecue.
And Levi doesn't tweet, but follow him anyway.
Follow him on the street.
Yeah, you could follow me at Superman if you want, but I do not tweet,
Also-
so it'd be very unproductive of you.
But go ahead and tweet at him about how wrong he is for buying Overwatch for console, because that is not.
Yes, I bought Overwatch on PS4.
Yeah, that's not
kill me.
clickable. Yeah, please go ahead and tweet him and tell him what
KYS.
ass he is. All right, but thank you all so much for sharing this time with us, and we'll see you guys next time. And until then, make sure you guys think and drink responsibly.
Good guy. I want to see like Transformers, but they're all in the shape of Michael Bay. They're just fighting each other.
The Michael Bay form. Every time they step or punch or touch anything, it explodes.
That's good shit. All right, can we get the show on the road?
Ah, fuck, I guess. What is up, nerds and nets? Welcome to an episode of Thinking and Drinking. Now, this week we're going to do things a